I've done it again, haven't I? I have set up without the microphone being on, and I've listened to music in the background, so apologies, I'm an absolute idiot. Pretty much just saying before that today's non-farm payroll day, so do not trade, do not risk anything. It could be any number of things coming out of the news announcement later today. So yeah, please be very careful when trading, especially at 1:30 UK time. So just going over the results from yesterday on here on the FTMO, we can see that yesterday was a profitable day. I placed 6 trades in total. Now some of these were towards the end of the session, and as such I closed out before they really managed to get going. I just literally got into the trade. It wasn't going the way I wanted to. I wanted to finish for the day, so I just closed it down. And yeah, that was it really. Not a fantastic day for me in the afternoon. If I look at the charts, something I spoke about yesterday I want to cover off very, very quickly is Euro was a really interesting one yesterday. And this is the chart on the 4 hour. And yesterday we were looking at it when it was in this region here, just about to break down through the trend line. And my thinking was that if it broke higher, then we could see a surge back up to the highs previously. But it didn't. It broke down through the trend line, which was kind of what I was thinking more likely to happen, and therefore came all the way back down. There's definitely potential now for this to keep falling. There's nothing in the way for it to stop. There's no support until we get all the way back down to pretty much into this zone here. So if anyone is short euro dollar at the moment, there's definitely some potential for another 50 to 100 pip movement down, which would be very, very nice. The one trade that I was looking at yesterday, which I did set up as an order but then cancelled because it wasn't quite going my way, would have actually come off in the end, and that was USD CAD. Now this was really interesting because what it was doing was bouncing around the pivot. It had broken up in the morning, come up very, very nicely. Draw an arrow on this one. It risen up nicely in the morning, come back down, was going to spot for the pivot. So this point, just in the afternoon, was looking like it was going to break through the pivot line and therefore come back down and not be a valid entry for me. So I cancelled the order. And as always, as soon as you cancel the order, you walk away. Price literally bounced up. It would have gone through my entry point and hit take profit without even coming back into a negative. So a bit of a shame missed out on that trade, but that's what trading is about. It's actually doing the analysis, doing the setup, and hopefully them coming off and not feeling too despondent when they don't come off, because that's life. If I look at the FTSE trade that I did take, so again, this was in the mornings. There was a bit of sell-off on the FTSE, and what it was doing was starting to get a little level of support and getting about 70.35 on this chart, was getting a bit of support and bouncing around. So what I did here was took a sell order, and it broke down and came all the way back down to, I was looking to take a profit at 7,000, so 35 point target, and it was a 20 point stop loss. So the stop loss was just above the recent range. Now, when this was moving in my direction, which was fantastic, it was really, really good that I was getting a bit of trade coming on. The reality was that we're getting into the news articles in the afternoon in the US, and I did want to be in this trade in case there was going to be some form of reversal, which we could often see when news articles come out, especially around employment figures. And as it happened, it would have hit the target, but then price did pretty much soon after that come all the way back up. So I did close out a little bit early. I closed out for a profit of £409 on the account, which is pretty good. I was okay with that, just over 0.5% profit. So in the grand scheme of things, not great. It would have been nearly a 1% return if I'd hit target, but just getting back in and making sure that I don't go and over trade too much. And in the afternoon I had a few more trades come in which got into small profits but weren't going anywhere, so I literally closed them off. So if we go back to live prices on, this is FTSE for example, we can see pretty much now we are getting into this sort of range of trades. It's been there pretty much since yesterday afternoon, and I can't see it breaking out of that until 130 comes along. Now any break of that range we could see price move in any direction, and that's why for me non-farm payroll day is the day I'm not going to be trading at all and just watching until about 2 o'clock, which I'd recommend most people doing as well. So there's not really much trade setting up on anything today, so I'm going to close it quite soon and just move on to enjoying a bit of the afternoon, a bit of the sunshine here, and just getting a bit of a break. But I think one of the things that people have been asking me on some of the comments is, why am I doing this live trading sessions? Why am I trying to actually go through this? And for me, it's about maintaining consistency. Now, in the past, I've always been guilty of doing some fantastic trades, building the account up really, really well, and then just going ahead and risking it on one trade. Whereas here, because I have to talk about what I'm doing, talk about what I'm seeing, and actually live and die by what I actually produce, and then come back in the next day and verify that and prove that I've done it. So it's really putting the money where my mouth is and actually proving I can do this. And the more I talk it through, I make it clearer in my head, and if I can see a trend and I say about the trend here and I draw it on my charts, I'm then more likely to take that trade and more likely to not mess it up. So really, that's why I'm doing this, is just hopefully I can entertain people along the way, and some people can get some good value from this. They can see what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. And I'm not going to say that everyone's going to trade the same way as I am. I'm sure a lot of people will just literally look at this and go, you're completely wrong. You've got the wrong indicators, or you've got the wrong setup. Your chart's in green and red, not black and white. Everyone's going to have a contradictory opinion to what we're trying to achieve in trading. But for me, it's about the personal journey. It's about the development. And the more I can share, the more I can talk, the more I can learn, the more I can grow. Therefore, the potential for me having better trades in the long term. It's really, I need to get back in a position where I can let trades run for longer rather than cut them off short. And that's what I've been guilty of in the past. Although I've passed these FTMO challenges and other challenges successfully on many occasions, I don't always then maintain that to go through verification phase or through long term. So for me, it's just building on my strategy, hopefully developing some more strategies, having conversations with everybody along the way. And the more people that interact, the more people that will subscribe, comment, and those sort of things, the more a community can build around this one. And hopefully I can learn from everybody else, because there's no way I'm going to sit here and say I'm the finished perfect trader, because I'm not. And I think anyone who says that is probably lying to themselves, but there's always things we can learn. There's always more things that we can actually develop on, fine tune, and come back stronger and come back better. And that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. So yeah, I know it's probably a bit of a boring session. I'm going to probably do another live stream at the non-farm payroll time. So I'll probably come back online at 1:15 UK time, and just to see what's happening on the charts, not place any trades, because the movements there can be wild, especially if we've got some negative figures, which potentially we might have from what came out from yesterday. We might not be hitting the targets that were expected. So yeah, we could see some massive moves or nothing at all. So yeah, hopefully that's been a bit of a useful to some of you that joined for this quick stream. It's been great for me just to talk through the trades I did yesterday, just to confirm those that they were the correct trades to go through, and yeah, just try and refine these for the future. So thanks again for everyone joining. It's really, really quick. It's only 15 minutes today. But yeah, there's nothing setting up. If there was things setting up, I would not be placing an order right now, because it could literally take it in and just spike out in the next bar and just lose 0.5% and 1%. And that's not what I'm about on this first week of my FTMO challenge. It's all about, for me, building the strategy, the structure, and getting into it on a slow day-by-day basis, making 0.5% where I can, 1% if I can. That would be nice. And just building up, so at the end of week 1, I'm at 1 to 1.5% into the challenge. And then from weeks 2 and 3, really accelerate and put the pedal down. So yeah, I'm just going to say thank you for everyone who's putting some chat comments down there. It's really good to read those as well. And I say, comment on the videos, send me any questions, and I'll do my best to respond back and reply to everybody. But yeah, I'm going to clear off now, enjoy some sunshine, and I'll be back at 1:15 UK time for non-farm payrolls. Thanks everyone. Cheers.